Hey Aries, welcome back. This is your May You versus Them reading, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So Aries, the shared energy between the person between you and who you're connecting with is that of Mercury. So this is all about communication, words, analysis, information, and awareness, curiosity, so all of that may be sparked within the connection or whoever you're connecting with during this time frame, okay? So let's go ahead and see what your overall energy is, Aries, and then theirs. So you have the Three of Swords here as your overall energy, which speaks about heartache. Could talk about a third-party situation for some of you, or, hurt. I mean, just simply being hurt in life and love. When that shows up as the overall energy, that usually means that there might be some wounds that have yet to heal, or maybe they're in the healing process, but they're still needing some more time there. Okay. This person has challenges showing up in the overall energy, which is their overriding theme for this time period. So they may be feeling challenged by the connection or having challenges going on within their life period, may have nothing to do with the connection. I feel like communication is definitely going to be a pain point here, Aries, within the connection, at least for, the time frame, which I do 2-week readings. So this is, through the current energy into middle of May, right? So just take note of that. And all of a sudden, I don't mean to keep moving around, but all of a sudden I'm so hot. Like I've flushed. Like, is my face turning red? I'm sweating. This connection may create that reaction in you. That could be good. That could be bad. It could have you hot under the collar because there's passion, or because you're angry. I don't really know. So let's see. Yeah. So Aries, the Two of Wands is here for the recent past, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. So I just feel like, yeah, the recent past energy is like, want to talk, don't want to talk, want to talk, don't want to talk, give attention, don't give attention, on the same page, not on the same page. It might have been back and forth like that in the past energy, right? Like, wanting to work on the connection, not wanting to work on the connection, right? So I feel like there's a lot of inconsistency here, Aries, which makes sense given the overall energy that I felt already. So let me see what this person's past energy is for you. What is their past energy? So Ace of Cups, the Magician. So this person was trying to manifest love into their life, and attention, absolutely, They may have been wanting to create that, but came across some challenges, or, it's like there might have been barriers to them being able to do that, but they definitely have a lot of love, had a lot of love, since this is past energy. And that's what they've been working on manifesting. Now, at a high vibrational level, you can manifest self-love and getting attention by simply appreciating your own energy. It's called confidence. This person may have been working on their confidence. Now, on a lower vibrating level, it can also be more of a manipulation type of wishful thinking type of energy, right? Where they think they're manifesting what they want, which is attention and love, but instead they are manifesting the lack of, because they're not connected to their higher self, because maybe they don't really understand how law of manifestation works, and therefore instead all they got was challenging energy, right? So one of two ways I can read that. So what's your perception of them, Aries? That no problem coming out. Your perception. Now, keep in mind, your perception isn't necessarily the truth of the situation, but it is your truth because it is your perception. But we're going to get down to the heart of the matter here. You perceive this person as the Magician, the Knave of Cups, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person can't manifest in your eyes because they're emotionally immature. Because they're stuck in their head. Because they don't show their genuine selves or say what they genuinely feel, you know. And you know that this person wants cooperation, or you at the heart of it want cooperation, but at the same time you think, you know, that this person manifests that for themselves, and or they manifest that in your lives. They may upset you, you know, get you stuck in your head, get you to a place where you're not saying how you genuinely feel because they're not saying how they genuinely feel. You know, so remember, energy is contagious, right? So whatever we entertain, we pull into ourselves. So that could be this person's energy, or they could bring that out in you. It's most likely both. So how does this person perceive you, Aries? 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Devil. So their perception of the connection is that, you know, it's like a part of them perceives you as being done with the situation and finding success other places in your life because of that. Could be financially or within love, and getting some stability. But they also feel a strong pull still yet towards the connection, or there's games being played on their part or your part. This person may feel like they are a puppet on your string, you know, or vice versa, where someone feels like the other person can control them, or controls their emotions, so to speak. And that is an illusion. That is an illusion. Nobody can control anyone else's emotions. And when you start to believe that, or if that's what you believe, or this person, if that's what they believe, they need to shatter that illusion, because they are responsible for how they feel, not you, not anybody else, and vice versa. You are responsible for how you feel and your reactions, not them, not anyone else. But I think one or both of you in the connection have not come to that clarity yet, where you've recognized that this person triggers you, but they don't actually have any control over your response or how you feel. Some of you have come to that realization, but this person hasn't yet. So they may still feel like afraid to open up because they don't want you to control them with how they feel, or vice versa. They may want you to open up so that they could play with your emotions because they think that keeps you under control, like that type of vibe. Okay. So what is the genuine emotions? Under all of that, what is the genuine? Show me the genuine emotions on Aries' part. 10 of Wands, Judgment, Hanged Man, 4 of Swords, and the Strength card. You genuinely feel either tied to this connection or a different situation in your life, you know, and you're keeping quiet about it. Yeah, because you're trying to get a different perspective. You feel a heaviness here, but yet tied to it. You feel a need to battle that, and yet at the same time, a need to do nothing and keep quiet. So I genuinely think that you don't, I genuinely feel that you don't know what you genuinely feel. I mean, you do, but you don't, right? Because there's a sense of feeling burdened or tied down, or Like you need to battle for what? To gain this person's understanding? To help them understand you, maybe? But not by actually talking about it, but by hoping that they come to that realization on their own, which you have no control over. You can't control when somebody becomes enlightened. You can only control when you become enlightened, right? So how does this person genuinely feel underneath it? 8 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Five of Swords. They're genuinely walking away, but not, you know. Like they're leaving the situation alone, placing distance there, but they're stuck in their head about it, or they still feel the connection, you know. Even though there's challenges, even though there's distance, even though there's mixed messages or, you know, things like that going on. They're tired of that though. They're tired of thinking about it. They want to emotionally distance. And that's the thing, is like people want to emotionally distance, right, from connections all of the time. And yet they keep ruminating and thinking about the connection. Well, you cannot possibly emotionally distance yourself when you're constantly thinking about the connection on an intellectual level, right? And I have the Cranberries song in my head. I think it's Cranberries. What's in your head? In your head, zombie. And I got that in the weekly readings I just did yesterday, which I think it was Leo's reading. Could be connecting with Leo, but got a lot of Scorpio vibes here. Capricorn vibes. Could be any zodiac sign. Don't get caught up on that, but I just noticed those sticking out. So you have in the blockages. What are the blockages? The 5 of Wands, the Devil, obsessively thinking about, for some of you, another connection, you know, on your part or this person's part, like a third party, because I did pick that up. So if you have a third party, I think you feel obligated to, or the one person while obsessing over the other person, or vice versa. This person is if they have the third party. All right. If for those of you who do not have a third party, the block is a sense of feeling like you're never going to stop being able to compare other connections to this connection, or obsessively wondering what this person is doing, or obsessively worrying if they're going to move on, or this person may be thinking about you in that way and obsessing over you, and therefore they're attaching their energy to your energy, and you're starting to think about this person. You don't know why you're thinking about them, but it's because they're obsessing, you know. And our minds are so powerful, Aries, that if we tell it something enough, then we make that our reality, right? And we can create connections with other people with just simply our mind, right? But a true connection involves not only the mind, but the heart. So what's this person's blockage? The 4 of Swords. They don't really want to talk about it, you know. They could be restless during this time frame. Like I said, I get like a lot of Swords energy, right? It's an inactive type of energy, but at the same time restless. Like if you're a cross watcher, I would encourage you to like maybe get out of your comfort zone or your bed and walk around and get the excess energy out. Okay. So what is the most likely future outcome then? 9 of Cups, the Moon. And the Hermit. Well, there's wish fulfillment here. but it's all internal. So in the future energy, you're certainly wishing, you know, for whatever you're keeping secret to come to fruition here. Okay? But there's a lot of isolation still, or like needing to have some time alone really to think about that. Is that really what you want? It's so weird because I'm not really getting communication cards, Aries. But yet the shared energy was communication. So y'all need to communicate here. All right? Whether that's to heal it, leave it, say what you need to say, I don't know. It's at least that's being supported. That's the energy being supported during this time frame. Because there's so much confusion here about your feelings. And although I think it's good to sit in silence and contemplate, and that may be what you need to do, you can't live in contemplation. Okay, you're not meant to live your entire life in silence and contemplation. You're supposed to contemplate, digest, then take that information and make your next move. Participate in life. Okay, so take that for what it is. What is this person's next step? Most likely next outcome. 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. There's communication. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, maybe, right? Just keep in mind, future energies are free will. So I never say absolutely positive this is the next step. This is most likely the next step. But at any point in time, you know, you could make your own choices in life. Now that you have the information, which way you're going to go, this person can do the same. Can change the outcome. But the most likely supported outcome, this person wants cooperation. They want communication. They feel a soulmate connection here. But they're also not willing to budge. So it's hard to tell what their next move is going to be, right? Some of them are waiting for cooperation and communication to come from your side, and they're willing to wait until you do that. And I don't feel that they're going to budge there. They feel like if it comes to me, it's for me, you know, which can be frustrating. It can be frustrating when someone takes that stance of like, well, what's for me will be for me. Because essentially what they're also saying is, you know, I don't want to put time and energy into this unless you give me 100%, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there has to be some mutuality in a relationship. There has to be a willingness on both sides, right, to get to the 100%. You know, and for those of you in the third party, they may be communicating with the third party, and they're holding that back from you. Or you might be, if you have the third party, you're kind of holding back what's going on from this person. All right. So, like, this is where their free will comes in. They feel a connection here. The Knight of Wands is like a snap decision. This person may come to a snap decision and decide to contact you. Or they may decide to wait, continue to wait. And that's, like I said, that's their choice during this time frame. Might be really challenging for them to wait, but I feel most of them are going to lean towards that, but there will be some that choose otherwise. So that's what I have for you. Aries, woo! Let me know how that resonated for you. I am going to end it there. Keep in mind these readings can be interchangeable. That means any of the messages can be vice versa because it's general. Also, if it resonated, please do leave me a like, share, and subscribe down below. Give me a comment if you can. Also, check out my merchandise. You can become a member as well for a small nominal monthly fee. And I can't remember if I said it, but just in case I didn't say it, check out my Facebook and my Instagram. Wishing you guys the very best. Oh, and let me tell you what zodiac signs I see. Okay. Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Pisces. Yes, that's what I have for you. Wishing you the best. Namaste, my friends. Bye.